All right. What do you think about that, Ryan?
So as far as with the accessory stuff, like there's not much negative to it. I had hair wraps a couple of different times. I had one like a couple months in, and I think that one I got too early because, like you were saying, Colin, like that restricts the movement, so that dread wasn't locking up as well because it wasn't able to move. And as far as beads, like hold on one second, I've got a fat bag of beads. I got a lot going on here, so I don't usually keep them in too long. If I wear them, I'll wear them like a couple of days and put a new one in. So I never left them in too long. I make the clay ones out of polymer clay, and I don't wash with them. I try not to. I never really tested to know if it like affects the bead or anything, but I always try to take it out to wash. So I never kept mine in too long, so I didn't really experience any negatives. So I guess for me, they're just pretty, as you asked. um, and so Colin, you said you take yours out to shower too, so
Yeah.
it's probably a good practice to do. Um,
Cool.
you got anything else on that one?
Um, no, sleep and shower. I slept in mine unless,
Oh, that's
I mean, of course you wouldn't sleep. I mean, this one kind of presses against my head sometimes. I just move it when I'm sleeping if I'm sleeping on that side. That's the only thing. I'm sure if you had a huge glass bead on the side of your head, you would want to take that out while you slept. But
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I slept in mine too. I couldn't tell. So,
cool.
so next question we got O3 Drew Bar O3. So I enjoy going to the gym throughout the week. I get pretty sweaty, and I was wondering how safe it is to wash my hair every time I get done with the gym. Is it hurting the dreads? Thanks very much. So I mean, like you gotta wash your hair when you gotta wash your hair. I like washing dreads is a lot more inconvenient than washing regular hair though. It's just like they take longer to dry, like different things about it. So I avoided sweating as much when I had them. I work out more now that I don't have dreads. Um, and so I mean, wash them if you need to. If you don't, it might smell kind of
Oh,
sweaty, but not like super.
you cut out for a second. Start it again.
Okay. So like now that I don't.
Hold on. You cut out again. Hold on. Let me see.
God.
Say it. Sorry. One more time.
Okay. So now that I don't have dreads, it's easier to wash and stuff. So I work out more with dreads. Like sometimes I'd work out or play sports or something, and like I wouldn't always wash right after, so they'd smell kind of sweaty because I mean you're getting them all sweaty. But if you are gonna wash them every time, just make sure you dry them well after. If you're washing every day, the water's running through them more, so they'll get kind of poofier and frizzier. But if you don't dry them well, you can feel like water crap. So if you gotta wash that off, and make sure.
So, you there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um, yeah. Personally, the only thing when I do work out, I usually just go running or whatever. But first, I would assume. I mean, I have worked out a lot with dreads, gone through like my routines. I have an issue with like keeping the routine because my life is so changing all the time, changes a lot. But with that, I think you'd be safe to jump in the shower every day, maybe run a little bit of water through your hair. I think, but if you're willing to pay the price of that, I don't think it's going to damage your hair, but your dreads will be frizzier. Um, and you need to definitely, like me and Ryan were just talking about before this video, you got to make sure you're washing not washing, make sure you get all the water out. Make sure you dry them really well after, because especially if your dreads are long, if you started them with long hair, that hair will hold it. The longer they are, the longer they take to dry. And so if you think they're dry and they're not, and then you're getting them wet again the next day before they fully dried, or if you wash them before you go to bed, which I don't recommend if they're long and still wet, um, but then that can be really bad. So they'll cause mold or mildew or whatever.
Yeah, and as far as that's also like in the early stages of them, like I tell people not to wash the first couple weeks because that gives it more time to
Yeah,
kind of lock up before you wash. So, if you can sacrifice the gym at that very starting stage, that's probably good to do.
yeah, I agree. Okay, next question is Marcus Valentine. What is your thoughts of washing your hair with beads in it? We already answered that,
Yeah, we did.
so yeah, the answer is 2 minutes back, 3 minutes back. Next question, Eddie Stott. Do you have frizz around your dreadlocks like on the legitimate dread? I don't really know what you mean by the legitimate dread, but around the dread, like around the actual dread, not the
Like
root.
if
That's
it's
what you mean?
like I think he just means like because like, if I'm just looking at you right now in this video, they look like perfect. But like if I were to get closer, am I going to see some frizziness to them?
Oh yeah, always. For some reason, they just look good in videos, and that's yours. You the
It's
same
true.
way? It
Oh
just
yeah,
looks great because I
pictures
guess
too.
your camera just can't see all your frizz. You might be able to see mine with all the light behind me, but yeah, you're always going to have a little bit of frizz. And I don't even let it bother me, especially the stuff on the sides I can't see. The stuff I only maintain is really the frizz I would see on top that got annoying after it got really long or something, and I'd do some maintenance to that. But yeah, you're always gonna have frizz, so just get used to it.
Yeah, that's the same over here. I mean, like in pictures, a lot of times, unless it's like a super high quality camera up close, or in videos, like you can't really tell. So they look like there's like no flaws to them. But if you're actually hanging out with somebody with dreads in person, you see, oh wait, no, they're kind of crazy. Like
Yeah,
there's stuff sticking out. There's things going on.
yeah. With legit, but I think once you, I will say like the parts of your dread that you've had longer. Like this part is a lot older than all this stuff up here, and it's not close to my head. And yours were a lot longer, so I can imagine like once your dreads get long, the part of your dreads that is further away from your root will have less frizz. Typically, most of the frizz is closer. You're gonna have more frizz the closer to the roots it is, because as they get out here, they're moving, and so any like loose hair is either gonna connect, wrap around, or it's gonna get the hair's just gonna break off and do its thing. This like your tips will naturally blunt after years, even if you don't blunt them, they're gonna blunt because the tips will just from them moving around, hitting things and stuff. So yeah, they'll be less frizzier the longer parts of the dread they are.
Okay, so next one is from Perry T Day. He said, "Are you on Instagram? Uh, if so, what's your username?" And so I don't have an Instagram. I have a Vine though. If you guys want, I just got that a couple days ago. So that's like kind of like a 6-second video version of it. I think my username is RyanORiley. Maybe I'm checking right now. Well, I'm Ryan Riley. I don't know. There. But then like my Twitter's Ryan Riley.
Well, I'm doing this right now. But yeah.
Colin's at work right now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm at work. It's my friend Jeremy.
Oh.
My coworkers. Awesome dude. Awesome artist. Yes, that guy's retarded. He's incredible.
So I know you've got Instagram.
Yeah, I have Instagram. My Instagram is Colin, like Colin. My name is spelled with one L, not two. Colin _ tattoos, TATTOOS _ wait, that's wrong. Colin _ Johnson, JOHNSON _ tattoos. Sorry. I'm dumb sometimes. That's my Instagram. And you said, is Vine? That sounds a cool thing.
Yeah, I just heard about it and I was like, oh, I should jump on this before it gets huge. So yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. The next question is, his name is Redneck Deer Hunter 252. What kind of longboard do you ride? That's random. I have a couple. I have a Sector 9. I have a Arbor. I have a Creature short deck that I made. And I have a freeboard. It's a different type of longboard.
Do you?
Yeah.
My roommate's got one.
It's awesome.
That thing's scary, dude. I like stepped on it and I was like freaking out because like it's just like snowboarding, but it is not just like snowboarding.
It is. You just have to have enough speed. If you're going slow, it's easy to bust.
Okay, I was just on like barely slanted parking lots. That might be why. And I longboard also. I've got a BC Ray. They're pretty cool boards, and if you order a complete board from them, you can get a custom graphic on the bottom. You just kind of tell them whatever you want, and they'll put it together. So that's pretty neat. So like on my board, I've got like this beach scene, like a cat, and then my face right next to it.
That's cool. If you're asking that question for what board I would recommend, if I could have any board, I would get like I really like the loaded boards. Are pretty cool. A bunch of my friends ride those. It depends on what kind of board. That's a whole different topic. What kind of riding you do is what board you get. But,
True.
Okay, that's my answer.
All right.